What makes Demon Slayer special? I can already hear you guys answering animation without wasting any time. Some may even say music played a big role, but what if I say you are right and you are wrong at the same time? There is no doubt that the animation given by Studio Ufotable is one of the biggest reasons behind this massive success of this anime. But I also think there is another major contributor behind this success that is often tossed aside in discussions, and that, my friends, is the simple and raw emotions in the storytelling of Demon Slayer. I can already feel you guys disagreeing with me. So while we explore this topic in this video, let me leave you guys with a question. Let's assume this same level of animation and direction and music is given to an anime like, let's say, Solo Level. Do you think Solo Leveling would have been able to replicate the same success of Demon Slayer? While you guys answer that question, let's dive into the video. The storytelling nowadays has become very extreme. Either it's so extremely well written that you need multiple rewatches just to get the whole story and everything writer was trying to show, or it's so extremely repetitive and made on the same formula that you don't even feel like finishing it, as it does not give you any new experiences. And this culture can also be seen in us audiences. We can only understand two words. Is it a masterpiece or is it a trash? Anything in between is described with the word mid. Now the gap between the masterpiece and trash is so massive that it can't be explained with just a word like mid. And the art of simple heartfelt storytelling is one of those residents of that huge gap. But who wants to see that, right? If a new story has come out, what is it about? Is it a concept that I have never seen before? Does it do commentary on politics, racism, life? Is the twist so revolutionary that I need to watch 10 explanation videos and even then I won't understand anything? Will it help me to find my purpose in life? If no, then I'm not interested. Like it or not, that's what our attitude towards storytelling is right now. We are so afraid of wasting our time that we only give chances to stories that are already labeled of being a masterpiece. Right or wrong, that is the reality. But how does everything I just said connects to our hero of this video, Demon Slayer? Well, I would like you guys to remember your journey with Demon Slayer and what did you feel as the story progressed. As I don't know yours, let's visit mine. I started watching this anime hearing the biggest praises possible for its animation, and from its first frame it did not disappoint. I could definitely see what the praises were about, but as the story progressed I kept feeling it was presenting nothing new. Yes, the visuals were definitely an eye candy, but that wasn't enough for me. So just as I was thinking of dropping it after the first season, the 19th episode happened and I witnessed the Hinogami Kagura for the first time. Needless to say, I was very impressed with what I just saw, but even more impressed with what I just felt. And that was the start of Demon Slayer doing what it does best, making you feel. But this could be just one-time fluke. Can this anime recreate that again? And sure enough, this anime not only made me feel like that again, it went beyond with Renbu and did it again in the entertainment district arc. At that point I was so invested in this story that I had to jump over to the manga. And when even the manga was successfully making me feel those same emotions, I was sure it wasn't just the animation or the music. There was something in this story that makes Demon Slayer so endearing and heartfelt. I'm sure your journey will be different than mine, but I'm also sure there will be few similarities with mine. Like absolutely loving the animation, feeling the storyline is a bit lackluster, but still getting really emotional over some parts of the story. And I was really curious about the emotional parts, because I would be just cruising through the episodes feeling nothing, and then suddenly one scene comes and I would get choked up. The best example of this would be the third season, where I was mostly bored the whole season, but as soon as the sunlight scene came, I was thoroughly invested again. I have never been so in and out of a story before, but after watching the Infinity Castle movie, it all became clear to me. The theme that binds this story together and makes us emotional every time. Spoilers ahead for anyone who hasn't seen the movie yet. One of the strengths and weaknesses of Demon Slayer is the backstories. Weakness because sometimes it can break the flow of the story. Strength because when it works, Demon Slayer works the best. And the theme that is common throughout these backstories and our characters is the guilt and fear of failure. Almost every single character in this story is haunted by their past failures and is scared of failing again. Tanjiro lost his family and blames himself for not being there. Now he is scared of what if he fails to protect Nezuko also. Gyu is haunted by Sabo's death. Gyoume is haunted by those children's death. Sanemi is haunted by his mother's death, and Akaza is haunted by his utter failure at saving anyone close to him. Yurichi was haunted by his failure of not being able to do anything right. Even Muzan is haunted by his one mistake of killing that doctor and his defeat to Yurichi. Every single character has lost something in the past and blames themselves for failing, and now is constantly trying to save whatever is left. But the self-hatred, the guilt of not achieving something you wanted so badly, the haunting of your failures, these are all feelings that we are very familiar with. We are all feeling these emotions in our daily life. It's not something revolutionary, but when you see something that reflects your life, you are bound to get emotional. And that's exactly what Demon Slayer does so good. It does not talk about some hypothetical situation that you can't relate to. It's simple emotions that we go through every day. It's easy to feel, it's easy to care. When Tanjiro wants to rescue Nezuko at any cost, we recognize that feeling of protecting your family. When Yurechi says, "My whole life has been nothing but failure," we understand that feeling. And when Rengoku successfully saves everyone in that train while giving his life, we recognize that feeling of uselessness and helplessness that Tanjiro and Inosuke was feeling. Demon Slayer is a story that would have never got the recognition it got today without its animation, but the vice versa is also true. The animation would have been a waste on many other stories. The combination of raw emotions and stunning visuals is the secret recipe of Demon Slayer, and I'm glad Demon Slayer got this amazing adaptation, because without the shiny wrapping of masterpiece animation, no one would have given a chance to this simple story.